Merry Christmas! Christmas is coming! Hello. Yeah. My tree fell down today, so I thought I'd use it to say Merry Christmas. This is my, these are my glasses that I can say, this is my nose. Oh, it's good to see you guys. 6 people watching. I know this is a busy time of day. Can you hear me well? I have my headset plugged in. My Christmas hat is covering my hair, which that was really cool to be able to put on my Christmas hat today. I'm like, yeah, don't even have to comb the hair. Hello, Marianne, Candy, Evelyn, and let's see, who else is here today? We have Amanda, and Kelly. Thank you for coming. And Evelyn, Marianne, awesome. And I think Danny is like having the time of her life. They are so small on my face, yeah. Okay, so these are all of my snowflakes that I've been making with my students. Now, I did learn something today that, does anyone know what they call these in China before I tell you? Does anybody know what they call these in China? One of my students told me today. Anyone? So I took out the snowflake. So what I did, I'll just explain this to you, is I took my paper, I made it into a square. Hello, Casey. And I told the kids, you take a square, and then I told them you are going to fold, and then I'll hold it up and say triangle. And some of the kids are better at it, know more English than others, so you kind of adapt to their level. And then I would fold it again and say fold, triangle. Hello, Laura. And here's another triangle. And I would just keep folding it. Now, a couple of my students ran and got their own paper. And so they wanted to do it with me. So I showed them how to do it. And then I also held up my scissors and I said, do you have scissors? So there were a few kids that did it with me and got their own scissors. And so I went ahead. There's a couple ways you can fold it. You can, there's a couple ways I did it, but I ended up just doing it kind of the normal way, which would you go like this. There's another way that you can do it where you do a tri-fold type thing, which is kind of cool. I mean, if you want to, you could go on Pinterest and you can get patterns for this piece and cut different patterns. And I've been kind of experimenting this week because I did make these with my students in school, because the students that I have in school are adopted from foreign countries, and there are some things that they haven't done, but they do love crafts. So they had fun making snowflakes, and we made these in our B&M school too. So what I would do is throughout the class, I would just, as they get a star, I would go ahead and make a cut of some sort. And I would do this about 5 times. If I needed to at the very end, I would make a few extra cuts. And I have a little spot here where all of this is going. And I have messes all over my floor that I need to sweep up. So I tried to be as, creative as I could and try to make them different. And I would cut the middle off right here. And sometimes I might see straight line, curvy line. I would say cut kind of thing. And then at the very end, I would open it up and I would show them. So that was really fun. So one of the classes, the mom ran and got the snowflakes that the child had made already. And that was kind of fun. So this is for you guys. Let's see, where am I going to put this one? How about right here? So this is my YouTube video snowflake. So I don't know. Some of my students are repeat students, so I showed them where I placed it. So maybe the next time they come, then they can see it. Your snowflakes are beautiful. I want to do snowflake rewards in January. Yeah, I thought of doing it in January, but I started early because I did all the ornaments. I also did do decorating the tree, and I used candy canes, and I had a few balls that I put on. So I had like 5 different decorations, and I don't know. I had a star. I put an apple on top. You could do anything you want. Last week, yesterday, I had a lesson that had dogs in it, so I actually put my dogs on the tree. So I put 5. Whoops, that one fell. And that happens too during class. So I just put like 5 dogs on the tree, and it worked. And if I had thought of it ahead of time, I could have like taped a hook to it. But so you can put anything on the tree. I found a pattern and printed it. Yeah. So the patterns are fun too. So it kind of helps you. So when you're kind of doing everything else, you don't have to think about what kind of cuts you're going to make. So, all right. So I wanted to talk a little bit VIPKID. First of all, where's my phone? Okay. So I wanted to talk about, I got a card from a student, and this student, I don't know if she knows really. I wanted to find my cards. Let's see. My gifts. This student's name is Twinkle. She's adorable. And it says, winter solstice is the 22nd solar term in the Chinese calendar, and we call it Dongji. Now, probably this is mentioned in the Hutong somewhere. I haven't been doing all of the challenges, so pardon me if you guys are ahead of me on that. But I read this to my upper level student, and he said, I think he said it was Dongji. And this is when the 22nd, when we have the shortest day. And it says here, we start to wear kiku to keep warm. So the reason I mentioned this to my older student is because he was wearing a really, really warm coat. It looked like a down jacket. And so I thought, oh, maybe that's the kiku, but he didn't know what I was talking about. So I don't know why they put it in a card and then one of my students doesn't know what it is. I thought it would be obvious to the Chinese kids. Oh, long johns. Okay. So it's not the underwear. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That is interesting. Thank you, Candy. Okay. I was thinking that was the coat or the jacket. Okay. We wear leggings. We wear leggings nowadays. Leggings. And my boys, they wear compression pants. I had to buy them compression pants for their sports because now they like to wear those under their shorts. And I was like, it's a lot cheaper to just buy some leggings. How about if I just buy you leggings? They're like, no, we need the $20 compression pants. I don't think they know what long johns are. Okay, good. Carol has a video about it on YouTube. Good. All right. So I kind of figured if I mentioned it to you guys, you would know more about it than me. I have been busy. I do regular school, I have kids, and I do this part-time. Plus, I have to cook and try and clean something. Every now and then I do some cleaning. So I haven't been keeping up with all of those, videos and stuff. All right, so I have a fun game to do with you guys today. I hope you're ready to participate. And I want to try and do it as quickly as possible. So I need a pen. And I want you guys to type in the chat box some different things. I'm going to fill in the blanks. Okay, so I need a specific day. Tell me an idea of a specific day. Okay, first one who writes it in the chat box gets their word on the page. Saturday, okay? Tell me a noun. A noun. And the more creative you are with your nouns, the better. A noun. A thing. Okay, reindeer. Thank you. That was Casey. Awesome. Okay, give me a noun. Eyebrows. All right. Give me a verb with ing. A verb with ing. I see lots of nouns. Good job, guys. Singing. Okay. And I need an animal. Knitting. I love that one, Candy. Oh, shoot. Maybe I'll use that down further. Remember that one, Candy, for the next time. I need an animal. Animal. Giraffe. Okay. And I need a noun. A noun. Penguins. I'll just use penguins. I need a person, like a famous person that we all kind of know. A person. A person. I love this. You guys are going crazy. I need a person. Obama. Oh, really? Okay. The children. I don't want to say this out loud. Okay, a past tense verb. Past tense verb. Oh, I like Elvis. That's a good one. I'm not supposed to pick though. I'm supposed to just pick the first one that comes to so that because I know the story. Past tense verb. Sang, okay? And I need an adjective. Adjective. Keep those verbs. See, we're getting into it now. We're doing some ugly. The more creative, the better. Plural noun. Plural noun. Plural noun. Now we're on to plural noun. Cats, okay? And a woman, maybe someone that we know. Like maybe Danny because Danny's not here. Let's see. A woman. Let's see. Or we could put Oprah. Cindy? What? All right, I have to pick it. Article of clothing. Article of clothing. How about that word? What was it? Kiku or something? A Santa hat. Okay. How about a noun? Noun. Long. Okay, you want long johns. We'll do long johns then. Noun. Underwear? Oh, great. All right. I thought you guys didn't like saying that word. Everybody's so embarrassed to say it on the classes, but we can say it on YouTube. Adjective. Adjective. An adjective is a describing word. I'm looking for an adjective. Who has a good adjective? Sparkly. I know. I don't really mind saying it either because my students, they don't care. They say it. They don't have any problem with it. All right. I need a name of a noise. Noise. A noise, like some kind of a noise. Choo choo choo, jingle bells, jingle all the way. A bang. Oh dear. Okay, a past tense verb. Oh, I like that. Past tense verb. I like that. Awooga. I think I'm going to change it to awooga. That's kind of cheating, but past tense verb. Shook, okay? And a verb ending with ing. Verb ending with ing. I think we had some creative verbs before. Oh, come on. You're not going to make me say that. Oh, does anybody have a better ing verb? Spinning. Okay, that's a good one. All right, so adjective. 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 Let's see. A describing word. I have boys, and it's almost like that's a way of life. Anytime I don't have to deal with burping and farting, I'm good. All right, bright. I need another adjective. Fluffy. I need a number. A number. I'm getting these pop-ups. Anybody got a good number? Let's see. Number 8. All right, a length of time. A length of time. A Google? How long is a Google? I like that one. All right, so a person. A person? Maybe Oprah? We chose her before. I would love to meet her in person. How about a body part? A body part. Elvis. How about a body part? A nose, okay? And how about an adjective? I already wrote down nose. Adjective. Bumpy. Okay, now I need a plural noun. Plural noun. Plural noun. Feet, okay? And I need a noun, a regular noun. I'll pick head. And past tense verb. I need a bunch of past tense verbs, so keep those coming. Danced. Past tense verb. Yeah, hit. And jumped. And I need another noise. Noise. A noise. Spat. That's a verb. A noise. Grr. Okay. That's a good one. I had to growl today a lot. And an adjective. This is the last one. Make it a good one. I have a wooga up at the top, Candy. I chose that one. An adjective. Red. Like that's it, an adjective, like all of the adjectives we use. in our classes. Okay, so red is it. Okay, so here we go. We are going to read a story. It's story time. 'Twas the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Saturday when all through the reindeer not an eyebrows was singing, not even a giraffe. The penguins were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that Obama soon would be there. The children were singing all ugly in their beds when visions of cats danced in their heads. And Cindy in her kerchief and I in my long johns had just settled our underwear for a sparkling winter's nap. When out on the lawn arose such a clatter, no, there arose such a wooga. I shook from the bed to see what was the matter. When what to my spinning eyes would appear but a bright sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a fluffy driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a Google it must be Oprah. His nose, how they twinkled, his dimples, how bumpy, or her, I guess. Her cheeks were like feet, his nose like a cherry. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his head and danced all the stockings and then turned with a jerk. He hit to his sleigh and to his team gave a grrr. But I heard him exclaim, "Are we jumped out of sight? Happy Christmas to all, and to all a red night." The only thing is I didn't get to hear your laughs. That was a lot of fun. That was great. Thank you so much for participating. So that was my fun game. All right, and I feel really, really like, I don't know what the word is. I feel bad because I didn't have anybody who won my contest for the whiteboard. So I'm going to redo, and what I'm going to do is just put in I just took out Mia's name because she never contacted me, and I'm going to respin. And I'm sorry, Mia, if you contact me, I'll send you a consolation prize. Yes, I did that with my students yesterday too. So it was a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm going to respin. So I have Kim, Casey, Danny, Janie, Amanda, Marianne, Kelly, and Evelyn. So here is the live spin. Here we go. And we get, really? Wow. Danny wins. Okay. Wow. She is a really lucky person. So I'm going to send her the whiteboard, and she is the winner. With that being said, I do want to thank all of you who sent some gifts, and I did not do a live unboxing of all of the gifts. I could not wait. I had to open them all. So I have my gifts here. And I want to thank you all so much for everything. Casey gave some really fun stuff for taking a break. And I think she said to, de-stress after classes and stuff. And I just kind of threw everything together in this box. So this was from Marianne, and she gave me a nice ornament. Beautiful, handmade. And I was really thankful for all the great cards that I got. This was from Kim. And she gave some really cute little, she had some little apples. I don't know if you noticed, Evelyn. She had, this is what I did with the little apples. I put them on the popsicle sticks. And that was a great idea. Because I learned when you bring your stuff to the post office, you have to be careful if there are gifts that you can give that won't increase the price of the card. And that was a really good way to do that. And then Evelyn sent me this really cool butterfly scarf. I just love scarves. I wear them all the time. And I started wearing them because a friend gave me a bunch of scarves and I started wearing them. Usually if people give me something, I like to show that I appreciate it by actually using it, even if it's something that I haven't really even maybe liked in the past or something. But I like to show my appreciation by using what they give me. And then once I started wearing the scarves, I really liked it. And it's kind of a thing now. I have like a whole collection of scarves. So thank you very much. And Evelyn also sent some really cool rewards. I love these. These are really well done. And she even sent them with the magnets. And I'm so cheap. I don't usually always put magnets on mine. But this is my magnet board right here. These would also make really good decorations. And think of that. So that would be good on the tree even. And then she sent me some butterflies, and these are things that she offered in her video. And she sent me a card and some ice cream. And honestly, I do not even have this type of ice cream. So this will be fun. Now, I was told by the Chinese kids that they do not eat ice cream in the winter, but my daughter works at an ice cream shop, so we eat ice cream all year round. They have saved a lot of money and by working at the ice cream shop. Yeah. Yes, she decorated the apples. Okay, good. The apples were really cute. They had the faces on them and everything. So that was that. Thank you very much, everyone. It was very fun, and I can't wait until you get mine for you. And that was something that I put together, made it myself. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to give away the secret. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, here we are, on stage. This is an interesting word. I asked you guys, is on stage one word or is it two words? And I got a really good explanation that it depends on how it's used in the sentence. Now, some teachers told me it's always one word. And to me, I thought it would always be two words. But it does depend on how it's used in a sentence. And this was with my level 7. And my level 7 student pointed it out and wondered, is this supposed to be one word? Because the kids were going on stage to do a play or something like that. And so I looked it up, and I also sent him the explanation through WeChat, and I also put it in the feedback, and things like that. Like, I don't use that word. So I kind of feel bad I didn't know, but on the other hand, when you stop and think about it, I don't really use that word very much. So it's not like it's a commonly used word. But it was interesting how just today it was in one of my lessons as two words. And I think it was the last lesson that this was the class I struggled with today. So I think it was just the last class that I was in. It was a grammar class, but the grammar class wasn't talking about on stage at all. It was just talking about plurals. So that would be my next topic of discussion. So I'm just looking at my materials because this lesson that I was doing is a grammar, and it is level 5, unit 1, lesson 1. So this is the front page, and it says, now the other question is, I pronounced it Mowgli, but I'm pretty sure it's Mowgli with a long O. So I think I've always pronounced that incorrectly. So I let her say Mowgli because I'm pretty sure that's right. But I originally called it Mowgli. So hopefully VIPKID doesn't come back and get mad at me. So this is all talking about a play, and they're going to be doing a play. And it talks about, so here it goes, when I go on stage. So there it is. I don't know. I think you can see it correctly. I see it backwards. It says, when I go on stage, I feel a bit nervous. It's 2 words here. Mowgli, you say Mowgli? Okay. I'm going to ask around on that one to make sure, but I thought that was interesting because it says, when I go on stage, and then the other one was level 7. It was sort of used the same way, but it was 1 word. I thought that was very interesting. Maybe I don't think he had done a grammar class. He only does level 7 with me. So this lesson was all about plurals, and my student, it was collective nouns, and my student got a lot wrong on the last page. I think that this concept is really, you have to think about it. We ended on the last page. We didn't do any extras today. I did the fill in the blank. This was the page that she did, and she got a lot of them wrong on there. So this one is, people is, am, are around the car accident scene. People are around the car accident scene. Police are here to help. The accident happens between a family and a class. The family, okay, this is where it gets tricky. The family is moving to another place. The furniture is packed by their truck. The class is a trip. The class has a trip to a forest. Okay, and the clothes they wear are very colorful. Okay, so me rereading it doesn't look very hard. But during the time, it's like the whole lesson is about collective nouns and how sometimes they are used as one individual thing. So you use a singular verb. And sometimes it's used as a individual, the each thing, like the pack. It talks about a pack of wolves. The pack is surrounding the area. That would be a singular verb. The pack are eating all of the leftover meat. Hello, Lori. So it can be confusing. And so I told the student that this is a difficult concept and that she can review it and a few times. So it's something that we just do as native speakers, but they have to think about it. It's not their first language. Well, there were some things that I thought were, I'm going to go back to it. There were some things that I thought were kind of difficult, and I will share it because some people might not do that. I have never done this lesson. Well, I may have done it once before, but I hardly remember it. Like here we go. The family is shopping. The family are shopping for their goods. I don't know if I would use that. The family are shopping for their goods. So here the family is doing it as individuals. The first one, they're doing it as a group. The second one says the pack is searching for food. The second one, the pack are searching in different places for food. So here, Evelyn, it says the pack are. The pack are, and because pack is being, it's each individual thing, it's the pack are searching for different foods, are. So that's where I think it gets even for native English speakers. I don't think we would really use that much. I disagreed with this slide. I am definitely writing a comment on the lesson feedback section. Okay, so I teach the lower level grammar classes on countable and uncountable nouns, and the students are always confused. So anyway, that was my story. The pack were sniffing around for food. This is the one right before it. The pack were sniffing around for food. A family saw them. The family were packing up with the pack when the pack came. Jane hoped the pack were not attacking people and that it would be a good trip. So I did, honestly, I thought that was confusing. But I'm thinking, sometimes it's harder for us. Like, we make mistakes as native English speakers. We do the commonly spoken words. To them, it's more like a math problem. Like, they have to think about it and choose the right word. So in my opinion, it might be easier for them if they can remember the rule. And then because they don't get what we normally say and what should be said. Because a lot of times kids in in Native American English, we might say the same wrong things over and over and over. We don't realize it's wrong. And for them, they can just learn it the right way to start with, and they don't hear people saying it the wrong way over and over and over. So I kind of look at it that way, that to them it's memorizing it. I think that's the way the British do it. There was a discussion about this on the main VIPKID Facebook page. Okay. So what I do is, when I come across something like that, is I will just basically stay to the page, and I'm just going to go along with the page. And I went through the slides with her, made sure I showed her the right answer, reviewed it. And then I tried to tell her not to feel bad if she got them wrong, that it takes practice. And I just kind of go through it mechanically, because I know that this isn't going to be the first time that they're ever going to see it. It's not like I'm the teacher every single day and I'm the one who's going to give her a test. I'm just exposing her to the information, and I'm hoping that, she'll take it and she'll study it herself, and maybe even ask her teacher at her school, or when it comes up to her again, she will. And of course, this is the first lesson of that unit. So she will be seeing it again. It's not like the first time she'll see it and last time she'll see it. So I just go through the slides as is, share the answer. In the one page, I went back, erased all the answers. We did it again, read through the answers, and, we had a good time. So that was how I liked it. Now, as far as the content, I thought it was a little weird how it started out that we're going to the wild, and all they did was talk about a play at the beginning. And that was all you like. Why did they use that as a cover for the whole lesson when they only talked about it in a couple of slides? I thought that was kind of weird. And then the second half was about going on a picnic. It was still about wolves, but it was kind of like, I thought it was a little detached, but that's my opinion. So it was interesting. So those are my VIPKID things that I wanted to talk about today. And I did have a lot of fun this week. I usually teach during the school day. I will teach 2 to 3 each morning, VIPKID classes before I go to school. And then on Friday night, I do a few classes. I do, usually now it's been 5 on Saturday and 2 to 4 on Saturday night. And I usually do 4 on Sunday. I wanted to talk about booked info pending, okay, because I didn't get a chance. I did make comments on other people's stuff. I'm looking for my whiteboard here because I wanted to write that down. Booked info pending. What do I think about this? Okay. This is the new thing right now in VIPKID land. And the very first thing I saw about this was not even the email. I saw a message put out by one of the teachers that said, opt out immediately, opt out. And I'm like, I'm not going to just go do something that I don't even know what I'm doing. So I went back and then I saw somebody posted, if you opt out, I think it might have been Morgan, if you opt out, it is permanent. You cannot go back and opt back in. And I'm wondering, why are they doing this? What is the deal? And I think anytime there's a change in our company, we need to take a step back and relax and wait a minute and try and think about what's going on. Personally, I believe this company has grown so quickly, and it's probably taken on a life of its own, maybe unexpected. I don't know. But China might be used to this because they have had technology take off and their economy has just exponentially grown and changed. So maybe they're used to changes. But I didn't want to just go ahead and do it. I was nervous. Like, it made me nervous. Like, what's happening, But I'm like, they're not going to do something that's going to ruin the lives of all of the teachers. So I just took a minute to think about it. And I thought, I am not going to opt out of anything until I know what I'm doing. And I really didn't like the fact that it's permanent. If you opt out, you are permanently opted out. Now, I do not get booked info pending. I have before, like in the summer when I start opening slots, more numbers of slots I have gotten. But I do know that some people, when they're new, they might open a whole bunch of slots and then they get a lot of booked info pending. And then it can turn into a no-show trial. And there are a lot of different things that can happen. So I don't really know why this is going to be a thing for us right now. Hello, Laura, you're back. But personally, what happens to me right now is it's been kind of cool. Right after a class, I get a priority request in the next 2 weeks for that same student. So that's what regulars will do. Okay, so regulars will fill in your slots, like it'll be the frenzy week. So when I first started, I would open up 2 weeks out, all the slots I could possibly teach. And that's what I read, and that's what I thought was recommended. But now that I have a lot of regular students, I do not open up any slots 2 weeks out. What I will do, actually, I have some requests now. This is my schedule for 2 weeks out. After every class, usually I get priority bookings. So I am already getting bookings filled in for the following week. Now, that week, I will end up teaching a little bit more because I have, I have the first off. I'm going back to school the second, so I won't really have a whole lot of extra time. I will have Monday and Tuesday I can teach extra. So I'll have some extra slots I can open. But what I'm going to do is wait till all of my priority bookings fill in. And then today's Saturday, so I will go ahead and teach. And then tomorrow morning, I will look at how much I have filled in and I will open slots because a lot of people are booking in the morning on Sundays, and I haven't quite figured all that out yet. It might be just your regulars. And then I will just check it out, and I might open them Sunday morning. I might open them right before Sunday night. I think Kelly is the one who recommended that, just keeping your slots closed. And so, yeah, my daughter is texting me. She wants to come over, so I'm busy. So she can come over, but I'll be done by the time she gets here. I just want to send her a note. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So I don't get booked info pending bookings right now. If I do, it might be 1 or 2 because I'm not going to have that many open slots. And then usually in the summer when I have more open slots, I start getting more regulars for the summer. So I'm really not worried about booked info pending at this time. You had two this week. I wonder how they went, Laura. How did it go? I really want to hear. Um, I really want to hear how your um, booked info pending. I'm looking for people who are doing those because I'm thinking if I got one or two, I could handle it. You know, I can. I have a reward. Like, say, I'm doing the snowflake. I can do that for anybody. And I can do a snowflake reward. I can do stars. One was great, a trial that converted. Awesome. And that's what I was worried about with the booked info pending was that this would be your chance to get new students. And if you opt out, then what if some of your regulars stop coming or whatever and you need some new students, then you've opted out and the rule is you're not going back in. Yeah, I did subbing. It's similar to subbing. You just have to be ready to do whatever you are certified for. And I have not done subbing. It seemed too confusing to me, but I think I could handle the book info pending. The thing I was worried about with subbing was knowing which class I'm going to sub, making sure I reported correctly. I was afraid that I would be like on the subbing list and I would forget that I had to sign in or something and I would get a teacher no show. So I just didn't really understand the subbing program. So that was my problem with that. So it's similar to subbing. That's a slot that doesn't book normally. So I would take a student no show. Yeah. So it would be a student no show. So I just saw a lot of talk about a short notice classes that maybe they're phasing those out. I hope not. Because you can still keep all your slots closed and just open a short notice, and then you would get. I'm not sure if a book info pending can jump into a short notice slot, but I read somewhere that they're not doing away with the short notice, just maybe the subbing. I've done subbing, I can do it, but I prefer to prepare. Yeah, I would definitely prefer to know what I'm doing. Like today, for my classes, I had a lot of different levels. I know I started out the day with level 1. And I love this girl. I teach her every week now on Saturdays. And I saw that she did voice of VIPKID, and I wished I could have done that with her. It was a food ninja class, but she has another teacher, obviously. But I'm seeing her every Saturday, so that's cool. And then I taught a little girl whose name was Cindy today. She did a phonics class. And my regular, who is Cece, who loves me very much, and she does not she's very like straight face, like you can't really tell what she's thinking, but I get feedback from them that she loves my class, so that's awesome. And then I have a regular that's level 5, and then I did the level 5 grammar today. So I started out with level 1, and then I did different levels. So I am certified for everything possible up through level 7, except for the new stuff that's coming out. And I really would I like those junior league classes, but I've put in tickets a few times and they said they're not available. But like the music and the biology, that would be cool. I was really excited when I went to the new certifications and I filled out the paper for the sun. I got passed the first time, and the health one passed the first time. So that was awesome. And so that was really fun. So I did get certified for those. I'm wondering on those new certification classes. It looks like they have like projects and like it's a continuation. I really hope that they encourage the students to stay with the same teacher, because those classes would be really good to keep the same teacher and to be able to build on the lesson rather than jumping from teacher to teacher. So that's what I was thinking when I was reading through the materials and stuff. I was just thinking, I hope that they, keep the same teacher for these classes. So we'll see what happens with that. And so maybe it's like not going to happen right now. Maybe it's going to, um, be summertime when they finally get those rolled out. I don't know. So Laura says, I haven't been qualified for any of the junior creator ones. I just got vocabulary words to sentences and story time yesterday. Yeah, I did story time, and I would love to do the health one. It wasn't available. I'm going live after Cindy. Okay, so Evelyn will be live after me, and Laura, I have a minor in music, so I'd love to do the music one. Yeah. So, well, what I did was when I saw the numbers on the certifications, I did all the numbers with the smallest numbers first. Like one of them had like 3,000 next to it. So I said, I'll wait on that one. I'll do the one that has like 95. So it could be when you signed in if they closed out. Yeah, if you're busy and you don't jump on it right away, then yeah, they might get all taken. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard because honestly, I didn't really want to certify for anything new because, if you get one of this, like the grammar class, they get one. Like, how often do I get a grammar class? Like, maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, if that, once a month. So it's easier to teach grammar if you see it more often than if you see it once every blue moon. So that's why I didn't really want to qualify for the new ones. But then I thought, I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss out on the fun. I don't want to miss out on the bookings. Since there's a limited number of people that can certify, I don't want to miss out on, what if I let it go, I won't be able to get back in. So I'm still basic level 5, so some aren't available for me. So yeah, I love the variety. I love the variety too. And that's what I realized way at the beginning. Like I knew that some people really wanted to do level 1, level 2. And I teach junior high. I'm more of like high school, junior high, high school type teacher. Um, but I wanted to do all the levels because I just love all the kids and all the ages. So today was perfect for me to start out with a level 1 and to be able to do all the different levels. I keep getting pop-ups, so I'm moving that. Okay. So far, I've never gotten bored. I have never gotten bored of VIPKID. The only time I might struggle a little bit is if there's a lot of reading and the student isn't a very good reader, but you have to be patient and let them try. And you can't just jump in there and tell them all the words. So that's where if I'm tired, I might struggle a little bit with the not so good readers. Or, you struggle a little bit like, how often should I correct the person if they don't have good pronunciation? You don't want to discourage the child by correcting every single word and not making it through the slides. So that's, the only time that might be a little bit of a struggle for me. But I can always make it interesting. Like these snowflakes these were really fun. And my student that I had today that she doesn't give a lot of expression, but she loved the snowflakes and she made like 2 or 3 of them right during class. And she would show me, oh, I got another one. Oh, I got another one. And she's really good with the slides and she actually finished early. So we drew a really cute picture of Christmas. I erased it on my whiteboard. And so we went over some of Christmas words like Christmas tree, lights, ornaments, candy canes, cookies, stuff like that. So we had a lot of fun with extension. So I guess this is it for me before Christmas for you guys. So I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I will definitely see you next week. I will see you during the lives. And so Merry Christmas. And I have my tree up. Oh, last week during the storm, we had a day off. And I went to Walmart and I got a Christmas tree. And I just want to show you, this goes along with my saying goodbye. I wanted to show you, I got my tree. It was $20 at Walmart, and I didn't realize it was the display model. So I had to go back. It wasn't the one in the box. I had to go back and take the display model out of the display, which was kind of a project. And I set up the tree and everything. And so this is the tree. It's not a big tree because I have a small house. And I went into school, and my student had made this star out of construction paper. And he gave it to me. And it's just kind of cool. Like I said, when somebody gives me something, I like to show that I appreciate it. So I put it on the top of the tree because I didn't have a star yet. And then the middle was blank. So I put the nativity scene in the middle. I had already printed that out, and that was on my board at school. So it's not fancy, but yeah, it's handmade. So that was really special. And then I took a picture of it and sent it to his dad and told him to show his son that he would see that I had it on there. So I thought he might appreciate that. And, these are special kids that I get to be with. They're adopted, and this family they adopted 2 girls from China, and then they adopted 2 from Ethiopia. And then a little bit of time later, they adopted 3 kids from the Ukraine. So the ones that I work with, one from Ethiopia, one from Ukraine, and he just had a little bit of struggle with reading. So he has he's in a special class so he can work on his reading better. And, it's been interesting because they have a different way of looking at things, and they do love crafts. So that's what's really fun. So I was able to do snowflakes with them in classes. We do a lot of crafts. I do sewing, home ec type stuff. And, we're just kind of becoming friends because, it's different. They have a different outlook on things. So anyway, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I will see you around VIP Kid Land. And I have been using my iPad. If you're not in my iPad group, I invite you to come. There are people that are jumping in and saying that their computer was updating, or their computer crashed or whatever, and they needed to jump to the iPad. I would recommend that you would have 2 devices. Some people last week opened their iPad and it wasn't working for some reason. I didn't really find out any information on that other than at like 1 a.m, people were like, my iPad's not working. My iPad's not working. Some people got teacher no-shows. It seemed like it was a little bit of a mess. But when I got up that morning, everything was fine. So I don't know what happened. And hopefully those people won't get teacher no-shows for a system error. And I don't know what's going to happen. But sometimes the iPads go down. Sometimes the computers go down. So I think that in this type of business, if you're going to teach online, you do have to troubleshoot and be prepared ahead of time for other things that could happen. So that's my opinion. I'm using my husband's computer right now, but most of the time I use my iPad for teaching. You can do your feedback on it. You can do a lot of things. And so it's a great thing. And, it's Christmas time. If you don't have one now, maybe you want to look at getting one after Christmas when everything goes on sale. So thank you for watching. Thank you everyone for participating. It's been a lot of fun. And I hope you guys have a great day and Merry Christmas. Goodbye.